Hello and welcome to the Way of the Mystic show. This week we are talking about crystals, how to reach the angelic realm, raising your vibration, how to store energy within crystals, extract energy from crystals, as well as all the other different things and uses for spirituality that you can use crystals for. So I've had a lot of subscribers over the last couple of weeks asking about crystals and crystal courses and things. So I will be bringing out a course on crystals that goes in much more in depth. But today we're going to be talking about not just your generalised what crystals go with what properties and all the basic information. I mean, most people tend to know that you can use them for healing, protection. You can set them out in grids. You can, when you're using them on healing, you can lay them across the body or around the body. You can use them in your home. There are so many different uses for crystals. They have been used for centuries. And if you look at any kind of spiritual practice, crystals are normally involved somewhere along the line, whether it is healing, whether it is divination, whether you're going to be doing protection or spells and magic. No matter what it is, you will find that rooted somewhere in there are crystals. And this is because they amplify and raise energy. Not only do they amplify and raise your energy, they amplify and raise the energy of the environment and things around you. They amplify any spells, they amplify any healing. Anything that you do, they are fantastic at elevating. So if you're trying to heal someone and to have your energy then raised by the crystals and have the person that you are healing, their energy raised, it makes the whole healing process a lot easier. If you are trying to do divination, then your connection will be higher because your vibration is higher. So who you're connecting and what you're working with on the divine messages will be easier to receive because your energy is higher. The other thing I wanted to talk about is a couple of different people. Nikola Tesla, he believed that crystals were live beings that we could not understand. And if you look back through spirituality, you know that there are entities, there are beings, whether they're elemental or whatever you believe they are, but there are definitely beings within the crystals that you can connect with. And by connecting with the crystals, you get a deeper connection and a higher vibration. You can build a relationship with the crystals that you have. I particularly am fond of, I've lost my crystal now, I'll always wear it. But this, if I don't wear this, I don't feel like me. It's a rose quartz for unconditional love. It's linked to Archangel Shamuel and the Celestial Pink Healing Angels. Anyone that works on the pink ray, so if you're working with Rouhani or if you want to work with the Ascended Masters like Kuan Yin, anything who is on the pink ray or anyone or any angel that's on the pink ray, then the rose quartz is fantastic for. It elevates unconditional love, divine femininity, comfort, support, safety, cocooning. Anything where you're going to need support and love and divine femininity, then a rose quartz is going to be absolutely fabulous for. It's not just love as in partner kind of love. It is unconditional love. It is the love of family, of being connected to source. So the rose quartz is such a wonderful crystal to use. And as I say, once you start connecting with crystals, you'll find that you get certain ones that you are deeply connected with. So as I mentioned, Nikola Tesla believed that they are live beings. There is also another thought process by Rudolf Steiner, and he believes that they are physical manifestations of angelic light. So seeing that we are talking about reaching out to the angels and connecting with angels and raising your vibration to do so, if you believe that they are a physical being that you can connect with and have a relationship with and work with during whatever spiritual form or mystical art that you're working with, then if you can imagine that they are a physical manifestation of angelic light and that is how that they are managing to raise your energy. Crystals are still deeply not understood. We have got so much more work to do for understanding crystals, but we know that they work. It doesn't matter how they work, we just know that they do work. So if you're working on the premise that when you're working with any of the different angels, you can connect to them as this is part of their angelic light that is in a physical manifested form. So when you're working with manifesting something or cosmic ordering, law of attraction, or whatever you want to call it, if you're using a crystal to amplify and elevate your energy and amplify and elevate the energy of what it is you're trying to manifest, if you find a crystal that coordinates with that, it will make the process and the physical manifestation of that so much easier. So that is why you find people use crystal grids, and they will use them where they carry them around or work with them, you tend to find once you start working with crystals that you will have so many that are just your favorite. And I have like a little pouch, so when these I use these when I'm healing. I'm never without them. If I'm doing divination work, I hold the bag in my hand to keep the collective energy all as one. If I'm doing healing, I dot them around the body, and I've got my pendulum in there, my rose quartz pendulum, that I will use to balance out the chakras and even everything out. But you'll find that there will be different crystals that you connect with more than others. Some you will go to work with one person and they will fit and seem right, and others intuitively you'll know that they're not right for that person. So it is about listening to your intuition and building on that and trusting on your intuition. It's something that we quite often will sidestep our gut instincts in today's society. We have those thought processes, those whole body feelings where you know something and then people will sidestep it. It's about learning to trust your gut instinct, about learning to trust and know that your intuition is going to lead you on the path of where you're meant to be for your soul mission or whatever it is that you're meant to do. So also working with the crystals, each different crystal is linked to a different angel, as I mentioned. So like the rose quartz is the celestial pink healing angels, Archangel Chamuel. You can work with the pink dragons through the pink quartz as well. Anything that is on the pink ray, so ascended masters like Kuan Yin, you can work with. Angelic, we spoke last week about Archangel Azrael, the angel of death, and how his tranquil, peaceful nature for helping people to transition and cross over is connected to the Angelic crystal, which is your pale blue, white hues. It works very, very well if you're trying to connect with lost loved ones that you are trying to reunite with energetically and to pass messages or receive messages from. The amethyst, one of the most well known, so you can have it either in its raw form or you can have it shaped. I mean, I have a little amethyst pyramid that I love. But either one works well. It doesn't matter whether you have it in a pebble stone. It doesn't matter if you have a ginormous one, if you have a raw one, if you have a sliver or a shape. It doesn't matter the shape of it. It is the properties and the being within inside. You might have the most tiniest gemstone, the most tiniest crystal, yet it will have a large impact. It might house a large and mighty being inside that is very, very powerful. So it depends on what crystal that you are actually connecting with rather than the size, because energetically size makes no difference to the power that can be stored within inside. If you want to work with I have a dragon crystal there, so I use that when I work in doing dragon healing and things like that, so that is fantastic. On another one quickly, you've got fluorite. Fluorite you get in many different colours. So you can see these are both fluorite crystals. So one is more purple, one is more green and purple. So you can use the colours to connect with the angels. So the green and purple, you can really connect with Archangel Raphael and the healing angels. And when they've got more purple ones, you can connect and work with Archangel Zekiel. So the amethyst and the purple fluorite, they are very good at transmuting and removing all negativity, and you can ask for that to be used in conjunction with the violet flame, which will transmute all negative energy within and around you, and you can ask for that to happen all the way down to soul level, because that will clear the negative karma and all the karmic bonds and all the negative ripples that follow you throughout your lifetimes, all the way down to soul level. But you always have to remember to say for your best and highest good, because you may have karmic connections that need to be filled. The other thing to remember is most crystals you can program. So a lot of people will know about crystals and programming them. The most easiest way to do so is to charge them. You can either do by moonlight or by sunlight, just by leaving them out with the intention of clearing them. When you then bring them back in, you sit with them, do your meditation work, get yourself in the right mindset. You can light a candle or some incense and get yourself in a grounded, settled state. And you just program it for what you want it to do. So say this is a raw but polished on one side rose quartz. So you can ask this one to have only unconditional love within your home. You want to connect Archangel Chamuel and the pink healing angels and Kuan Yin to create an area of family stability, love and light within your home that has a feeling of divine feminine to it. You want it to be a more feminine, cocooned, comforted place. and that crystal will then go to work, do its job, and send that energy out around your home, and it will counteract the negativity within your home and anyone who enters your home. So you can actually set them and program them to do jobs for what you need, whether it is protection or healing or creating a different set. So maybe you might want to work with a yellow crystal like citrine to create an area of sunshine yellow, warmth and happiness. You can connect it to Archangel Raphael. And he works particularly well if you are studying. So if you're going through any exams or you're learning something new, then Archangel Raphael and the yellow or citrine crystals are fantastic, because they will help you to elevate your mindset into studying and to remembering what it is that you're actually learning. I tend to be very quick at learning and then very quick at forgetting, so he works very well for me when I'm doing that. The only one that you can't program, just as a quick side note, are the Lemurian star seeds. Now, I recommend that everyone get a Lemurian star seed. They are fantastic. They link you to your Akashic records. So they will link you to all your past lives. They will link you to your soul records. They will link you to the Akashic realm. They have ladders up the side. And these represent the lessons and life lessons that you're learning as you're going through all your past lives, all the way through to now, all the way through to your present and future. So they have keys on the side. You can see the little squares on the side. They are like little keys on the side. And those are important messages that as you reach different vibrations, they will unlock messages. So if you meditate with the Lemurian star seed, they will send visions or information or knowing, in some way signs, symbols of information of keys that you're unlocking. Some people will get downloads where you get the buzzing or sort of high squealing in the ears, tapping in the ears. These are all ways that you know that you're getting a download of information or a new higher vibration. So there is that to the crystals. Just double checking. Yes, so with extraction for crystals, so you can, I have a crystal ball here. You can, when you are working doing healing, you can hold it in your hand. Say for instance you're doing distance healing, so you would draw like a Reiki ball, or you would imagine that you are if you're just doing spiritual healing or you're calling angels in, you will literally cup your hands together around the crystal and call in healing energy. Whether it is, if you are attuned or not, then you want to call in your symbols. If you're not attuned, call in the angel that you want to work with. Say Archangel Raphael is fantastic for healing. So say you call in the angel that you want to work with, ask for them to connect to the crystal, to connect to you, and then to connect to the person that you are healing. And literally ask them what it is you want to be healed, how you want that to happen, and anything else that they can do to aid this person or this situation. And then what that will do is that will extract the energy in the being from the crystal to work. Like the same way we programmed the rose quartz for unconditional love in the house, you can then send this energy out to other people. If you're wanting to store energy, so say for instance you're working with magic and you're working on manifesting something, you can then do the magic that you're doing. I tend to not use ritualistic magic and spells and incantations as such. I tend to go more my own sort of path with the energy healing. I like energy healing because unlike the spells and having to do everything on a certain day at a certain time, I do it so that you're working with your hands, your visualizations, and it is so much like when you are doing healing on someone that I find for me it works very well, but everybody is different. So when I'm working with energy healing, again, I call in an energy ball. I'm normally working with a sphere shape. Quite often you can then work with holograms, timelines, the destruction, if you're getting rid of negativity. And so I will call in and work with all the energy that I'm doing, working with the energy magic. And then once I've done that, I then pick up the ball and I will store the energy in for the spell that I've created, the energy magic that I'm working. And I will store that in there. And then I will send that out into the universe and ask for the energy to stay in here, but to keep sending that out to the universe and keep that as a physical manifested form of the energy spell that I've created until it is completed. But, well, I'd like you to try it and see how you get along. If you have any questions or you want to try anything else and you're asking for more elaboration as such onto what we spoke about today, drop me a DM, let me know, and I will get back to you. See you soon. Bye.